Hey Neil, can you check your phone to see if the share on Twitter worked? I would have everyone stand close together. All right. So we're gonna be eating Mongolian tongue. This is a traditional dish from Mongolia, and we're gonna be trying it out. Neil, would you pull up your phone?
Yeah, we have rotated this once. That's a good point. See how it stays on.
Can you check real quick?
Yeah, it's on Twitter. The live stream link.
Yeah, can you watch it on your phone? I think it should be fine. All right, so you guys can just talk about anything.
Anything to like a fork or just?
I would just eat it with a hand. That's how traditionally eaten.
Are you? It smells like pot roast. I know. Yeah, amazingly tastes like.
Neil, can you let me see?
Considering no seasoning. Yeah, we're just bringing it. What type of sauce?
I don't know. Maybe some sort of
like a gravy.
maybe, yeah. Or like a red pepper sauce. Like,
I could go with some soy sauce. Everything goes with soy sauce on it, bro. What type of gravy did they put on pot? And just from the drippings, mix it with flour. Okay. This didn't have really dripping. Very lean. If you think about it, there's not much fat on yeah, it's just all like muscle and tendon. It's like muscle. Yeah.
once you get past the part with the tongue, it's pretty good.
Yeah, when you're not thinking about it that it is.
Yeah.
Neil, can you click on the link?
I already clicked on the link.
Oh.
It's not showing up on here.
With a chewy for the ancestors. Otherwise, that's pretty good. You said no season, not even like salt, pepper on that.
Neil, can you check?
That's pretty.
I've been checking. It's
Like straight knowledge.
Yeah.
Boiled. Boiled. Apparently, after you boil it for 3 hours, then you can grill it. Well, say on the walk down.
Well, can I check? Can you hold the camera and I check?
Sure.
So you can take the outer layer off. Boil it all the way through, and then the one last final cook is however you're gonna prepare it. Yeah, it was probably the first stage. We kind of after it boiled, it was kind of difficult to get that hard shell. Yeah.
There we go.
Basically, the mental aspect is the tough.
Yeah.
That's the tough aspect.
So where you have a napkin?
Yeah, they're in the bag.
Now, what country are we conquering next?
Oh, this bag. It's real.
Yeah.
That's what you said in the film, right?
That was a big fail.
Really.
I can hold
You know
this.
what I mean? Without having.
Whoa.
Because I've had it like doctor. PhD. So it's not even have like salt on it. Just have that
He's right. Dude, I could eat.
Oh, I'm right.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That sounds like a
Yeah. I'm expecting this to like come alive. I'm not sure why. My goodness, come alive.
It almost looks like a heart from this angle. Start beating.
Yeah.
It's like the thing that comes out of your chest.
Alien. And then you put it on a stick. Flames on it.
Yeah, that's the first one you really just burn out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what like allows it to like.
Oh, nail? Really? No, not this base.
Oh, I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty slow to anything.
Well, no, it has like insect repellent in it. So these can be used as repel insects.
Okay. What are they?
It's Osage orange.
Yeah, they're native to this area. They are like eaten by giant ground sloths back like thousands of years ago.
Well, interesting. I was gonna say I was curious about what those were. They're almost like but way bigger and that whatever that texture is. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, they're related to like jackfruit.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of look similar.
Yeah, there's one right here. It's a tree.
Okay.
There's one falling down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so Neil, can you hold this?
Oh, sure. All right. All right, so we're going to be reading some Mongolian folk tales.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Do we win?
Don't you ever?
All right, so Josh, you want to read one?
Saga of the Well and Wise Walking Tom. Let's see. Dedication. O thou most perfect master and teacher of wisdom and goodness, teacher second only to the incomparable Shakyamuni, thou accomplished Nagaguna, thou who wast intimately acquainted with the most pure Tripitaka and didst evolve from it thy wise Majamaka, containing the excellent Paramartha. Behold, before thee I prostrate myself. Hail Nagarguna, O. It is even the wonderful and astounding history of the deeds of the well and wise Walking Khan, which he performed under the help and direction of the same master and teacher, Nagarguna, that I propose to relate in the form of the following series of narratives. In the kingdom of Madaga, there once lived 7 brothers who were magicians. At the distance of a mile from their abode lived 2 brothers, sons of a Khan. The elder of these went to the 7 magicians, saying, "Teach me to understand your art," and abode with them 7 years. But though they were always setting him to learn difficult tasks, yet they never taught him the true key to their mystic knowledge. His brother, however, coming to visit him one day, by merely looking through a crack in the door of the apartment where the 7 brothers were at work, acquired perfectly the whole Krijavita. Oh, do I read the next page?
Yeah, we guys alternate.
After this, they both went home together. The elder because he perceived he would never learn anything of the magicians, and the younger because he had learned everything they had to impart. As they went along, the younger brother said, "Now that we all know all their art, and the 7 magicians will probably seek to do us some mischief, go thou, therefore, to our stable, which we left empty, and thou shalt find there a splendid steed. Put a rein on him, and lead him forth to sell him. Only go not in the direction of the dwelling of the 7 magicians, and having sold him, bring back the price thou shalt have received." When he had made an end of speaking, he transformed himself into a horse, and went and placed himself in the stable against his brother arrived. But the elder brother, knowing the magicians had taught him nothing, stood in no fear of them. Therefore he did not according to the words of his brother, but saying within himself, "As my brother is so clever that he could conjure this fine horse into the stable, let him conjure thither another if he wants it sold. This one I will ride myself." Accordingly, he saddled and mounted the horse. All his efforts to guide him were in vain, however, and in spite of his best endeavors, the horse, impelled by the power of the magic of them from whom the art had been learnt, carried him straight to the door of the magician's dwelling. Once there, he was equally unable to induce him to stir away. The horse persistently stood still before the magician's door. When he found he could not in any way command the horse, he determined to sell it to the same magicians, and he offered it to them, asking a great price for it. The magicians at once recognized that it was a magic horse, and they said among themselves, "If our art is to become thus common, and everybody can produce a magic horse, no one will come to our market for wonders. We had best buy up the horse and destroy it. Destroy it should in no wise break away, while the seventh bared his arm ready to strike it with death."
Wait,
Just the whole page.
okay.
Neil, can you hold this? Make sure you get the fire and the meat in it. Yeah, Josh, I said he's a link. I'm gonna eat it.
One sponge who would transform into the horse had learned what was the intention of the magicians. He said, "Would that any sort of a living being would appear into which I might transform myself?" Hardly had he formed the wish when a little fish was seen swimming down the stream. Into this the Khan transformed himself. 7 magicians knew what had occurred, and immediately transformed themselves into 7 larger fish to receive it. They were very close to the little fish, with their gullets wide open. The Khan said within himself, "Without any sort of living being would appear into which I might transform myself." Immediately a dove was seen flying in the heavens. The Khan transformed himself into the dove. 7 magicians, seeing what was done, transformed themselves into 7 hawks, pursuing the dove over hill and dale. Once again they were near overtaking him. When the dove took refuge in the land sea. Southward was a shining mountain, and a cave within it called Giver of Rest. Hither the dove took refuge, even in the very bosom of the great master and teacher, Nagarjuna. 7 hawks came thither also, fast flying behind the dove, but arrived at the entrance of Nagarjuna's cave. They showed themselves once more as men clothed in cotton garments. Then spoke the great master and teacher, Nagarjuna. "Wherefore, thou flutterest thou so full of terror? What are these 7 hawks to thee?" So the Khan's son told the master all that had happened between himself, his brother, and the 7 magicians. He added these words: "Even now there stand before the entrance of this cave 7 men clothed in cotton garments. These men will come in unto the master and pray for the boon of the Aramela he hold in his hand. Meantime, I will transform myself into the large bead of the Aramela, and when the master would reach the chapel to the 7 men, I pray him that, putting one end of it in his mouth, he bite in twain the string of the same, whereby all the beads shall be set free." The master benevolently did even as he had been prayed. Moreover, when all the beads fell showering on the ground, behold, they were all turned into little worms. 7 men clothed in cotton garments transformed themselves into 7 fowls who pecked up the worms.
Yeah, I think that's good for now. So now we're gonna do. Dad, do you have the speaker? Oh, it's okay. We're gonna do Mongolian song that's probably copyrighted, so it should be fine. I like, I like that. Neil, so can I see your phone? Sure. I would just film them. So you guys can talk about just your experience on the film and stuff.
It was a pretty good experience. Everything went well. I mean, I think we had a very efficient day today. Yeah,
Play the Who.
I had a schedule, so
You
everything
sure?
was solid. We lucked out with the weather, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So definitely very fortunate on that front.
Also, I thought it was very cool, the historical aspect, getting like the backstory on the Khans moving into accepting of another religion, and I guess like a different outlook and perspective that kind of went against
what was what they were supposed to do and how they were raised. So kind of like to learn about how that became a thing and that there were the internal struggles between like family over religion.
Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting story.
Yeah. Orson Welles.
Those are the birds that are chasing the. We should have those sound effects with it.
Say, this film was pretty nice to
Baffled Streets. Okay.
act in. Like it's unique because like
Other films. I don't know why.
a lot of the films I'm in, it's all just drama or like horror. Like it's nice to learn like Asian history around here. Like, got to dress up for once. Yeah, it's really nice to learn some history, and I wish we can do more historical films around Pittsburgh area.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh yeah, is it playing? Yeah, it's playing. All right, so we're gonna eat some wings now. Is there any more of those beef tongue left?
Yeah,
Oh,
if you want.
cool.
Yeah, so like this would be like the third meal. I think you brought them down already, right? No, I think they're in that bag right behind you.
Ray, you try it?
On the right. On the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it yet.
Yeah.
Get Ray tasting it.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
We're gonna eat wings.
Yeah.
There's some wings.
Was it playing Wolf Totem?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Gotten used to that smoky taste, right?
Oh, two more napkins probably.
Yeah, really. This film. People always tell me I look Mongolian or like I should be the Genghis Khan from cosplay. So this is fan service. Fan service.
There you go.
So they can really see if I really do fit the part.
It's for your fans, right?
Yeah. Like first people would say I look like Valley from Moana, so I cosplayed it. See, I proved them right. Like so, they said I look like Genghis Khan. So
There you go.
like, yeah, I'm not like Genghis Khan, but like that's close enough.
Yeah.
Khan. With the bone crust, like.
Yeah, they're in that bag, I think.
Well, that'd be a pain. That was something nice and cooked.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, okay.
See what your reaction is.
All right. Ray's gonna have some tongue now.
This is actually my first time ever eating beef, so I'll see how it goes.
It's beef tongue, traditional Mongolian style. It's actually not bad. Get right in front of the fire.
Maybe slap your piece with the microphone. Taking a bite out.
I think Ray's tempted to put it in the fire. Oh no. All right. Yeah, maybe you should stop eating it then. Was it the taste or was it the thought? It was the texture. It was the texture. Yeah. Okay. It was weird going down my throat, but in the mouth it was fun. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I never had roast beef before.
Oh wow! So that's like the first time you've ever eaten.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like occasionally I would have it at Taco Bell and I would something, and then I would be like, this has beef in it, and I would wipe it off with my pop on that. The only beef I've ever had is Taco Bell.
That's not a good start.
Yeah. This is way better than Taco Bell.
I was gonna say flavor wise, it's like tastes really good. But
Yeah, it does.
yeah, it's I think like like you said, texturally speaking, is a little weird.
There you go. Let me see.
You don't have that? No, man. 30 seconds. Oh, yeah, I was positive. You can change it off. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, let me see here. So yeah, that's beef on the Mongolian style. All right, so let me see here. All right, so that's basically it. So let's do our closing thoughts, everyone. So Josh, what were your thoughts about the Mongolian culture and the film?
Well, honestly, this is really one of my first instances, diving deeper into the history of Mongolian culture. Actually, growing up and going to school here, they don't really, teach us a whole lot of Eastern history. So, diving into the script and then doing a little bit of research on my own, it was just, it was very cool to, gain a little bit more insights on, what happened back in the day, especially within that culture. Also, just because it played such a significant role in, um, my my ancestry as well. My parents being from Hong Kong and China, and then their culture having a direct effect on how things turned out in those countries. So it was very cool. It was very interesting to learn all this new history, and I had a really good time shooting. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you, Dom?
I guess I'll elaborate a little more on it. Very similar feelings. Definitely cool to be involved in a documentary. I would say technically or historically accurate short film to be able to be part of it to spread more knowledge to people who may not be as informed. Since, like Josh said, it's not really taught so on the front of everything. You have to kind of learn a little more on your own. So to be able to get involved and then learn about it and help spread more awareness about what's going on. I don't know, really very enjoyable. Had a great time today and look forward to seeing the finished product.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you, Ray?
Pretty much what they say. Like we don't hear about this kind of stuff often around here, and so it's really cool to be able to how should I say it? I felt kind of, even though I'm not Mongolian, I feel somewhat connected to my own ethnicity. Like I'm like half Korean, like half white. So it's just learning any kind of Asian history makes me feel more connected with myself. I don't know, like I don't want to repeat what they just said because they explained it all the best. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. And you guys want to show a preview real quick before we end of your fight at the fire? We can recreate that.
Oh, geez. You guys got the choreography down still, right?
Don't know about that. then to change history.
All right, so let's take a close up of the beef tongue real quick. So this is an actual Mongolian dish. Now the one we ate was prepared properly. This one was just for display. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It tasted really weird, but you know, it's always good to try something new. Yeah.
Just starting to get cooked on this side. Starting to look like a Christmas ham.
Oh!
Yep.
Man down. How's the Christmas story? Lose their tongue and you gotta go to the Chinese restaurant.
Hey, it's good to stay on there, right?
So how many people